tools in hand, balsa wood we make a stand, carving dreams from days gone by. Stunt hangar planes that touch the sky, control lines tight, the engine hums, crafting art where passion drums. Stunt hangar, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care. Stunt hangar, join us there.
Hey, welcome. I have finished painting the flaps today, and now we have to detail the wing and get the trim back on it. And hopefully, I hope to deliver it this weekend. I know he's ready for play. So I'm going to show you the quick trick to finishing wood. Let's get this off. Because I've moved the hinges and those things were kind of glued on there, I got to touch up the trailing edge. But not only that, I added this. You know, this is an electric model. You really wouldn't have to go through all this, but it makes it look a whole lot better if you finish it up, you know. So we're going to take some CA. We're going to seal this wood. You can see right here, that's raw wood. Got to get this open somehow. Now this is medium CA. There we go. We'll put it on a piece of wood here. I guess maybe we're not going to use this. It's all hardened. We might have to use thin CA. Okay, what are we going to do here? Need a piece of wire. There's a piece right there. All right, it is plugged. That's a good thing. It ain't coming out. For you members out there, I uploaded the weekly members video. It's Larry Scarinzi. He was a character, that guy. No, we're not going to get any CA out of this. This is just too far gone. So let's throw this out. Try again. What do we got here? This is gap filling medium. Do we got any in here? Yep. Okay, so we got some CA here. Get it on your finger. Rub it in there. Okay, that worked good. We're not going to worry about these. We have to worry about that one though. Yeah, we might do that one. I don't know. Have to see. Yeah, so it's this one in the blue and that one in the white. Pencil. So we want to do this one. And of course this one. This one looks like crap. Remember, I've changed this airplane now, and the whole objective is to make it look like it wasn't changed. So, which one are we doing again? We're doing this one, and this one. Of course, I don't think I'll do much with that. So we need a little space for the wood to go in there. So we're going to take this fingernail file. We got to get the wood. And let's see here. I'm going to cut one for here, but we want to scrape this crap off. Have to get a new blade. Anybody out there? It's almost like you guys lost interest in this stuff. You gotta tell me what you want to see. I do something different every day. Man. Okay, let's put a piece of wood in there. Well, it's got glue in it. Why ain't it coming out of there? I don't have any more tips, so you got to get out of there. Of course, it's clogged. The guy who's going to make $1 million is the guy who can come up with a glue bottle that doesn't clog up. Okay, so now I need a new snorkel. So much shit everywhere. So we need to flash this over and touch this up, paint it white. Then we're going to put the trim on. I should be able to get one side done tonight. This repair is taking about 5 hours. Okay, so we want to do what here? We want to do 180. Yeah, here's 180 right here. This one's going to have some CA on it because it's got that loose tissue. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do both of them. Let's go ahead and do both. What happened to that piece of wood? It's right there. Okay, so that seals those, and that sealed that. I'll have to spray it. I don't know, I got about 15 gallon in my garage. It's hot. What happens is there's not really much of a danger of it catching fire unless you got a water heater or some type of ignition system in there. The problem is that the fuel jugs will leak. They get hot and sweat. But other than that, I've had fuel in my garage for 25 years. You know, it hasn't done anything per se. So I don't think there's much cause for concern. Okay, so what do we want to do now? Take this and give it a little light sand. We're a little light sand. .320. I think we're just going to brush this. I don't think we're going to spray this. We'll just brush it. So I need that other white paint. It went all the way down the bottom. Nope. So we'll use a little bit of this for touch up. Let me get a brush. I don't think I want my 1 inch. I think I want a ½ inch brush. I want to stripe that. I don't want to. It was asked, where do I get these brushes? Well, these are sign painter's brushes that I use. You don't have to use such high quality brushes as this, but it makes it nice. So we'll wash the oil out of it. This is in the seam, so it really doesn't much matter. Let's see. No, I got this paint right here. I didn't need this. We got this. So we're going to paint over from the blue line all the way over, just the trailing edge. Might have to get some 100%. Yeah, it don't look good. Looks like we might have to use 100% white. Yeah. Yeah, this 50/50, just don't cut it. Don't cut it for this. So let me get some white paint. We need to thicken this up. It's too thin. So I need to take some white out of that can and put it in another container. Give me a second. Need my key. Of course, it's not where it's supposed to be. Where the hell is it? I know I'm looking right at it. Just use this. Get a cup. Key's right here. Yeah, I got to get this place cleaned up. Remember the other night I was looking for baby powder because I knew I had it? Well, I found it. It's in the other room on the other bench. Dumbass. So what I got here is some 100% white. Shoot. Get my mouth full of paint. And you think you'd be able to see this, but you won't. That I brushed this instead of sprayed it. You won't be able to tell. First off, because we're going to wait for it to dry and sand it before I paint anything. So we might not get the trim put on it tonight. We may just get this trailing edge fixed both sides. And then it's tied up against the hinge and you're not looking at it that way anyway, so. And if you can see it, I'll spray it, but I needed to get some dope on it anyway. Okay. All right, that's enough for that. This is going to get shot red again, so that's not a big deal. Things that make you go, well, that's close enough. Boy, he didn't get any paint on the trailing edge on here at all. Pretty gray. Oh, well. Okay, that's that part. Let me clean out the brush and we'll go to the other side. It's pretty dark right here, though. So let's lighten it up a little bit. Shoot. If you notice the technique I'm using, it's called floating, or, if anybody was around in the 60s, they used to paint those airplanes with a brush, and you'd swear they were sprayed. Paint ain't quite thin enough for this, but just pulling it down to the base. Oh well, I'm gonna have to let that dry. It's pulling the what little paint there is underneath right down to the base. See that right there? There we go. I'll have to give it a second coat. I might end up having to spray that anyway. I guess I could get out the airbrush. And let me get this brush cleaned up. Let it dry and give it a light sand and then go over it with the airbrush. Should have known better. I wasn't going to get away easy. Nothing's ever easy. Remember, the easy way is usually the hardest to do. Why did it drag that paint off of it, I wonder? Now it has been asked on my channel what I put on these brushes, and I put oil on it. Somebody said, won't that, make fish eyes? No, and I'll show you what I use. Now Von Dutch, he used motor oil. You can, but the petroleum in the motor oil makes kind of a grief. You can use transmission fluid and stuff like that, but I use Kafka brush oil. You can find that in my Amazon page. And it's made for this. What can you say? 100-year sign painters can't be wrong. So I just take a little bit of this brush oil. If I knew what I did with the brush, I set it down somewhere. There it is. Take a little bit of this brush oil, squirt it on there. Of course, wash it out, and then knead it just like that and set it back in the box flat. And when you get ready to use it again, it's like a brand new brush. The biggest thing when you're cleaning the brush out, and it looks like I might have left a little bit of something in this at one time, is to make sure to get the heel clean. I have a little black right there, I guess from paint striping or whatever, painting a sign, but you just knead it in there, and that's how you keep your brushes good. These brushes are real pricey, so you want to keep them flat, and you don't want to let them dry out. So immediately when you're done brushing, we're going to have to sand that off. And yeah, that's no good. I'll get the airbrush and airbrush it. At least I got the tip here. I got the right amount of paint out here on the tip. That's what I was basically worried about. But this here will just, you'll never be able to see it, what I'm going to do to this. If I could stand and talk to myself for longer than an hour, you'd be surprised the kind of things that I do and I get away with doing things like this. So these are the kind of inside secrets, you know, where I shoved the wood in there and rubbed it with CA. And, you know, if I could have got away without dragging the other paint off of it, I'd have just done this with a brush, but it won't work. So we're going to lay some on there with airbrush. So the first thing I need to do is to prepare the surface. I don't want to use that 2-inch tape. Jonathan, are you on a different computer or what? Your name's not in green. You need to watch them videos. The Scarinzi video. I'm going to be shooting down this way, so we're not going to worry about the underside here. I just blow it down this way. It's not dry enough yet to sand. I mean, I might could get away with just painting white over the top of it. I don't know. So what I need to do, I'm going to grab this hose. Grab this hose. I want to grab a new airbrush because it's clean for white. Screwdriver. Shoot, I'll lose that. Yeah. I'll lose this bigger than shit. Drop the screwdriver out of my pocket in the other room. I'll be looking for it and won't know where it's at. Okay. Okay, looks like my mic came unplugged there for a minute. You knew how many cords were laying on the floor. You know why I have problems. Close enough. Let it dry for a few minutes and then put the flap back on and lay the tape out for the stripes. There we go. That'll be good enough. See, I don't need to have them all stuck in there, so we'll just point them down. Just put one on there. I need to make up some more stencils. This airplane's going to have tape hinges. It's got a pretty good sized hinge line gap. Yes, it does. It's got a slight underfin sub rudder. It's a Bob Hunt design, so yep. So mouse is here. Okay. Razor blade's dull already. Okay. Just a snap-on shirt I got from the Snap-on man. Okay, so now I got to do the bottom. We got to flip it over or go around the flap. This is the hard part, going around the corner. Well, that side's even worse. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Well, we only got 10 minutes to run. Yeah, we got a problem over here. Gonna have to airbrush. Wow, looks like the tip is busting off. I have to sand that and do the whole tip, looks like. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured. Come on. Yes, I gotta scrape that paint off there. It's a deal. So now it's just a matter of connecting these two together. So you just bring these around and connect them. If you're going to make any mistakes, make it in the hinge line because you can't see it. Because it's on the front of the flap. Like there's a slight jog there, but you can't see it. You won't notice it or whatever. So now, at least we'll have this taped up and ready to go. And there's a spot there I can airbrush for him too. Man, there's all kind of spots, Steve. What's going on here? Got a spot over there. Oh, I remember this. We were going to airbrush it before I cleared it. You know, I might try to shoot some clear on this too while I got it here. Need to wipe that crap off the other side and see what's going on with that. The problem with this airplane is right on the edge of being too heavy, so I can't, you can't load on the paint. No, that's something he did. I'll have to dust some white paint on that. Huh. There's all kind of touch-ups to do on this. We got all kind of touch-ups need done. You can go over these things with a fine tooth, or I can go over these things with a fine tooth comb and always find something. But I remember this spot right here. Now, he had a split, and we drilled 2 holes and put some CA on it and sanded it, and said that we touched that up before we cleared it. So that's okay. I want to give it back to him that it's all finished and ready to go for the rest of the season, so he ain't got to monkey with it. Man, that looks like crap. I have to hit it again with the airbrush. Well, I'll wait till I'll sand it a little bit. So I need to take this hinge out and get these taped off here. Because we're going to do red and blue, both. So what I'm going to do is end the stream. We got 3 minutes left. I only want to stay on an hour at a time because it just drags my channel down. Because so many people pop on and off, they don't watch it for the duration. It makes the numbers bad. So I guess that's going to do it for this evening. It's my dinner time anyway. I'll keep tinkering throughout the night, see if I can't get a little closer. I'd like to get it done this weekend. Tomorrow would be nice. No guarantees. Been working on it for a week. Alrighty, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Please like our channel. The channel is going downhill. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.
Workshop, tools in hand, balsa wood, we make a stand, carving dreams from days gone by, stunt hangar planes that touch the sky, control lines tight, the engine hums, crafting artware, passion drums, stunt hangar, flying high, old world craft beneath the sky, balsa wings we build with care, stunt hangar, join us there.